Hey guys, Kieran here. Today we're going to look at the funded trader program from SMB Futures. Now, SMB Futures are a subdivision of SMB Capital. Now, you might have heard of SMB Capital because it was founded by a very famous trader called Mike Bellafiore, and you might have heard of him also from his great book, One Good Trade, which I highly recommend. It's a really good book for understanding the life of a real prop trader and crucially how to manage your risk, how to journal your trades. Every facet of prop trading, One Good Trade hits a good note of. So I highly recommend that as a book. But today we're going to talk about the SMB Futures division, the proprietary trading opportunity that they give people. So SMB is a little bit different to most of the funded trader programs that I've looked at, in that once you get funded, you can actually go and sit on their desk, on their trading desk in New York. So if you want to do this for a living and you have the capacity to actually move to New York or travel to New York, then this could be a really great opportunity to get your trading in front of some great traders and in particular into the SMB firm. But they also offer an online regular funded trader program, which we're also going to look at. So let's run through the details right now. Okay, so the first thing to mention, this is $325 per month, which is a very high recurring fee compared to a lot of the other funded trader programs I've looked at. If you're new to the funded trader program world, there tends to be two different types of programs. One, which is a monthly subscription. You will be trading an evaluation or a number of evaluations, and you can trade usually for as long as you want. But every month you're going to be rebilled, so you're incentivized, obviously, or you want to try and finish that evaluation as soon as possible. The other option is the one-off payment. So, for example, FTMO, the Fivers. These are programs where you pay a one-off fee up front, and then your evaluation can take as long as you want, really, within the parameters of each of these programs. But you only have to pay once. And usually the subscription-based ones, for example, Top Step Trader, Top Step FX, One-Up Trader, and many other ones, these are a kind of a lower fee, around $100 to $200 a month mark. So when we compare this to the SMB offering here, $325, it's much higher. But like I said at the top, this is a slightly different opportunity here. If you want to get your trading in front of some really high-level traders, and particularly if you want to break into the SMB prop firm, then obviously this slightly higher monthly subscription definitely would be worth taking for you. So let's have a look at the tryout details. So this is the evaluation you will need to trade. It's a single stage evaluation. A lot of the funded trader programs out there are multi-stage, usually 2 stages, but the SMB Capital one is just 1 stage. So the main headlines of this is you have to trade this for 15 days. There's no limit to how long you can trade the account for, but you have to have 15 trading days worth of activity, and obviously you have to stay within the risk parameters and hit the profit target as well. In terms of the timeline, 15 days is the minimum. Okay, so let's have a look at the evaluation details. So you can only trade intraday, no overnight holds. So this obviously means that you have to day trade this account. You have to open your trades and close them out in the same day. So if you're looking for a funded trader program where you can trade, keep trades open overnight or over the weekend, there are many out there. Check out my channel for reviews of all of them. But for SMB, it's a day trading account only, so bear that in mind. Only trade from this list of futures markets. So these are US futures markets. So if you're going to be day trading an SMB account, you have to make sure you're obviously aligned. The time of the day you're going to be trading is aligned with the US markets. So if you're based over in Europe, just be conscious that you're going to need to be opening and closing your trades in the same day. So take note of the US market times and just make sure that you're comfortable trading within those hours. They do offer some Eurex markets, So they have the FDAX here, which is a very popular European market, the German equity market. So there is an option if you're based in Europe or you want to trade at the European sessions, but that will cost you $100 an extra per month. So like I said, you can take as long as you need, but trade a minimum of 15 trading days. Only days you trade count as trading days. Do not meet the profit target and proceed to scalp for one tick each day to attempt to count those as genuine trading days. We will not count them. So what they're saying here is don't, have 1 or 2 huge days and then say, oh no, I still have 8 days I need to trade, and then spend those 8 days making $10 a day just to have positive days. They're not going to count those days, which is fair enough. They want to see a proper track record. They want to see you manage risk, take good trades, and so on and so on. The daily loss limit is $1,000. The profit target is $5,000 and the drawdown is $3,000. So a $3,000 drawdown to make a $5,000 profit is not too bad. The ratio there is just less than 1 to 2. So there are many other funded trader program evaluations which are around that type of level. So that's kind of standard. There are FTMO, for example, is just a 1-to-1 ratio, but with FTMO, this is a 2-stage process. So you kind of have to weigh up the pros and cons of using that ratio to determine how fair the drawdown to profit ratio of an evaluation program is. Put in the work. For each day traded, you must have done a pre-market prep as well as a post-market review. Just submit these into the TraderView account journal we provide you with. No required format. Show us your process. I mean, you have to keep a trade journal. It's good practice anyway to do so. They provide you with TraderView, which is an online trading journal website, a piece of software, if you like, which is great. If you're taking obviously hundreds of trades a day, the layout of that journal is probably going to be slightly different. It's going to be more of a kind of a review. But if you're taking 1 or 2 trades a day, it's definitely good to get into the habit of keeping good records of your trades, so you can review, what you did well, what you did bad, etc. No single day P&L can account for more than 75% of your overall P&L when being considered for funding. So what they mean here is you can't just have a huge day, one massive day, and then just cut your risk right down and then just keep that profit just where it is and just slightly raise it to the profit target over the rest of the days. They want to see, like I said before, they want to see your trading style, your trading skill. They want to see if you can manage risk. So they want to see you putting in proper sized trades and managing them correctly. Additional details, there are no time limits for the tryout, like I said, but just remember you're going to be charged $375 every 30 days. So it's in your interest to try and get it done in 30 days if possible. The max exposure here is 6 lots, which is ample, considering your loss limits of $3,000 and $1,000 for the daily loss limit. 6 lots is absolutely fine. Commissions are set to $2 a size, except for the micros, which is $1.54 per round turn, which is very good. If you cancel your tryout, then sign back up within 6 months. Your account balance will be exactly as you left it when cancelled. So this is pretty good as well. So if you take out an evaluation for a month, pay the $375 and don't reach your profit target or the number of days or one of the risk parameters you haven't quite reached yet, you can cancel your account, so you don't have to pay the recurring subscription, and as long as you take it up within the 6 months from the start date, you can actually just continue to trade where you left off the evaluation. The platforms you can use, they offer many platforms here. They offer you RTrader Pro for free, which is good, because the other platforms here, as far as I'm aware, are all paid platforms if you want to make trades from them. But at least they offer you a free option, which is great. Note automated systems will require special approval prior to funding, so bear that in mind. So if you pass the evaluation, what happens next? So you pass the evaluation, and then the first stage you go to is the junior trader stage. I should say here, actually, the profit payout when you're funded is 50%. 50% is pretty low in terms of the funded trader programs. The industry average, I would say, is around 70. The max is 80. But again, because this is SMB, which is a well-known prop firm, and there's the potential to actually go and sit on their desk in New York, 50% is fine. It's you're getting a lot more for your money with SMB, I think, if that's the route you want to go down. If you're just looking for funding and you want to get the highest profit split, there are definitely better options out there in terms of the profit share. Trade remotely or join our desk in New York. So obviously that could be potentially a very attractive proposition for somebody who wants to get into the industry and who has easy access to New York to sit alongside profitable traders, to take up their training in-house and things like that. Could be a great way to get started in the industry. Trade bigger as you progress, earn a max drawdown of 25k or more. And we'll have a look at exactly how you reach that right now. So once you're funded, you start as a junior trader. You can trade remotely or on the New York desk. You start off with a $1,000 daily loss limit and a $3,000 max drawdown. So those are the same terms that you traded the evaluation with. Your objective for level 1 is to hit 6k in net profits. And once you do so, you will move on to level 2 and you will double your drawdown to $6,000 and your daily loss limit will move to $1,500. So your objective for level 2 is to remain consistent for 6 months, and then you will move into the position of a senior trader. You have a custom daily loss limit, and you have a $25,000 max drawdown, which is a very large drawdown, of course. Now, the terms they've used here is 6 months of consistency. I don't exactly know what that means, but presumably you're going to have to put in a number of profitable months. Maybe all 6, I don't know, but you're going to have obviously found your feet as a trader, found your trading style, and put in consistently profitable months, month after month, to reach that. So that's it, really. I think that offers a great opportunity, especially if you have access to New York, to go and actually sit on their desk and learn from other traders. SMB, they run multiple trading educational programs. I have been through a couple of webinars from, I think the head futures trader, Merit, which is really, really good. They're a legit firm. Like I said, they're very well known, and as a way to get into the industry, if you can prove to them you can trade, that's going to be great for your career. But if you're not interested in doing that and you want to take just the online funded trader program, it's still a decent program when you compare it to other programs out there. If you're going to get involved in their daily conference calls and their chart analysis and things like that, it could be a good option. But if you're just looking for funding, if you have your own strategy and you're looking for a higher profit split, bigger drawdowns, there's probably better options out there. And you can look on my channel for reviews of many of them. And that's it, really, with regards to SMB Capital. If you have any questions or you've had any experience dealing with the firm, leave me a comment below. If this has been useful for you, like the video, subscribe to my channel. I have loads of reviews like this of funded trader programs. And in the meantime, I wish you good luck.